Good morning, guys. MWUSA Season 3, Episode 185. And on the road this morning. It's a beautiful day. It's already after 8 p.m., but I've been driving for a long time, just taking care of other odds and ends. And right now it's 61 degrees outside, heading toward my first casino. And my first casino is actually the casino that I went to when I got overpaid, like $2,000. So we're gonna see what happens. I'm gonna know real quick as soon as I go in the door if there's a problem or not. If I get through the door, no problem, and I play and I leave, no problem, then I should be fine. But as soon as I walk in, if they say something, then I need to make a decision, and most likely the decision is going to be not to come back to that casino, and then maybe later we can try again. Unfortunately, I've been going there so long and so often that most of the staff knows me, so I may have a tough time being able to get back in there again, so I'll have to think it through. After that, I will visit another casino that's owned by the same company, and so if I'm not able to get in this one, I may not be able to get in the other one, because they do communicate, even though they're kind of far apart. These two in particular do communicate with each other. So, I don't know yet. 99% chance I'm going to say, tough, I'm not paying you. But we'll see what happens. So the goal for today is just a chip in a chair, just play and see what happens, one step at a time, build it up. I updated my chart and I'm way behind right now, like 15,000 behind where I should be at this time of year. So, I mean, at this point, what do you do? Do you panic? I don't think so. I think you just sit down and relax and do your thing and grind. And, oftentimes we have an easy time, and it's nice to have a little adversity sometimes, so it's not that big of a deal. Hopefully I'm not picking up some adversity now. No, okay, I thought I was getting pulled over there. I don't need adversity this second, all right? So anyway, heading on to my first casino, and I'll be back to update you soon. Alright guys, I am approaching this casino, just thinking things through, and I'm guessing that they did not figure out that they overpaid, and I'm not going to have a problem. I'm going to say 80% chance, 85% chance that they did not figure it out. So we're going to see what happens here, and what I may do is actually be recording audio. So if they do say something, I'll have it, and if they don't, I'll just delete it. But I think when I walk into the building, I'm going to have my audio recording, and we'll see what happens. I'm just pulling in right now. I'm going to go ahead and park and walk in, and I'll be back. No trouble, ladies and gentlemen. Just walked right in. So I think we're good. Alright guys, there you have it. Small win, big victory. I walked into this place, just walked right in. There was nobody around but me and the security guard. Looks at me, says hello, and I walk right in. And now it's been almost a week, I think, since this happened. And if they haven't figured it out by now, they're not going to figure it out. Everything would have already gone through all the checks and double checks that it's going to go through. And I did not have a problem. Plus, they didn't have my name, so I don't know if they just gave up because of that, if they even knew. But I'm thinking they had no clue what happened, because she said 9 $500 chips. She said the color of them. And he said, okay, 9, whatever, repeated the color, and he put it in the computer. So as far as they're concerned, 9 of them were given out, and everything is okay. He did verify it, so I think I'm off the hook. So that's really nice. As far as play in that casino, not much going on. There's no way I'm playing blackjack for a little while. As you already know, this place is sweaty, and I didn't want to play it that day, but I'd had a bad day already, and I thought, hey, any more chances that I can have to make money, I might as well try, and that's when all that happened. So I'm going to stay away from the blackjack right now. And again, I had never seen that pit boss or that dealer before, and may never see him again. Who knows? So everything is good. I ended up ahead $69. I played one slot only. I played it at 2 different levels, a $1 and a $3 level, and that was about it. So I think on the $1 level, I'm trying to think if I made money or lost money. I think I made a little bit of money, like $13 or something, and then the $3 level hit pretty quickly, and I made a little profit on there. So that's all good. Right now we're moving on to another casino. We're going to be playing blackjack primarily at this casino. Not a lot of opportunities for slots, but you never know. So I'm going to let you go right now, continue my trip. 68 degrees outside, beautiful skies, and I'll be back. Alright guys, so there you have it. There is something going on. I went to the place where they had asked me for ID the one day, and then later on when I came back they didn't ask me for it, and I sat down. I was playing blackjack. I was ahead $600 real early, kept on playing, and lost that, and then was down about 300. Started clawing my way back, got up a little bit, had a nice double down, and was ahead 450, and security walked back to the pit. They walked like between the ropes and then over by me, and they were on the radio, and they said, yeah, table whatever, blackjack player. And he asked me for my ID, and I said no. I said I'll just leave, and that was okay with them. So they want to keep playing this game, that's fine, but I guess I won't come here for a while. I don't know what their deal is, but so I ended up leaving. I mean, I didn't do anything wrong. I don't know why they're bothering me, but that's what happened. So ended up leaving ahead 450 on the blackjack, and did not play any slots, even though, like I said before, they're smart and they know that I come here a lot. They would have noticed that I use a player's card. If I use a player's card, they would know my name. So all they had to do is wait for me to put my player's card in, and they would know who I was. But I guess they don't want to be smart enough to do that. One thing about this place is they recently put in this facial recognition stuff in their walkway, and I had taken a picture of it, and it was deemed as a way to protect you. You could push a button and ask for help. So whatever. I ended up just going out a different door than when I came in, and right now just walked into the place again, going to the parking garage. Just gonna go straight up to the parking garage to my floor, get my car, and I guess I won't be here anymore. So I don't know what tipped him off, didn't tip him off, what was good, what was bad, what I did, what I said, but I think after 3.5 years they had enough of it, and they didn't want me around anymore. So that's the way it has to be, that's fine. Now ironically, this happens to be the same place the same company as the other place that I said had overpaid me by a couple $1,000s. So if I can't come here, that's okay. I like this game because it's a smaller limit, good rules, lower limit table. But if it has to be this way, then it has to be this way. So I ended up, here we go, September 11th, ended ahead 450 on the blackjack, going from $50 up to $250. The low for the session was minus 300, and the high for the session was plus 600. And I was only there for about half an hour, and yeah, I don't know what their deal is. The only thing I can think of is, what do they have to gain by getting my ID? They have one thing to gain, and that is to know who I am. And if they know who I am, I'm screwed. So they're not going to know who I am. Otherwise, what would they gain? Just to make sure I'm old enough. They've been letting me play here for almost 4 years. If they had any doubts, they would have said something before, and they would have been breaking the law every day if they had allowed me to play and I wasn't old enough. So what's left? The only thing that's left is they want to know who you are, and that's not going to happen. So I guess I'm done here. Luckily for me, I cashed out the rest of my chips the last few times I was here. That may be part of it. With me going back and forth and never giving ID for chips and always being at their maximum amount without showing ID, but whatever. So right now I am leaving the parking garage. I left, I went around the corner, went 2 blocks down, 2 blocks around the corner, and then came back and then went into the parking garage lobby, then up the elevator to the right floor, got my car, and I'm leaving. So maybe we give it 6 months, maybe we give it longer, I don't know. They know me pretty darn well, though. The funny thing is, the evening people didn't have a problem with me at all. So I don't want to come back later, honestly. Maybe I will. The people who are here leave now, but the cashier who cashed me out doesn't leave until 4 p.m. So I'm not going to come back at that time. But, you know, it's funny. I was recording the audio at the other place and nothing happened, and I don't record it here. And I should have just picked up my phone and started recording, and then I could post it. But that's the way these places are. All they kept on saying is, we have the right to ask you for it. Yeah, you have the right to ask me, but I have the 4th Amendment right to refuse. So you don't have to give me service, and I won't play there. That's fine. So that's what's going on right now. Plus 450, moving on to the next spot, and I'll be back to update you. All right, fellas, I'm back. So I go into this next place, and as I walked in, my wife called me. I told her what was going on. She's like, you know, stinks. What are you going to do? And she's right. What are you going to do? You just got to go with the flow. And if I lost a place, I lost a place. So anyway, I went into this place and looked at slots first and didn't find any plays, but I saw a lot of my favorite machines shut down. I'm not sure if they're moving them, if they're adjusting them, what changes they're making. I have no idea. So I ended up not playing anything before I went to play some blackjack. I go to the blackjack area. I buy in. Actually, I see a couple friends on the way there. I talk to them. Then I go back to the blackjack area, buy in for 500, and I go like a whole couple shoes in like the tightest range, like 6-unit range, up and down 3, down 2, up 3, down 2, and I was just flat that whole time. And then finally I had a shoe where things got a little bit better, and at the end of the shoe I was ahead 600, so I decided to take a walk and went and looked at slots. I found one play. I played that one through, and Actually, didn't pay great, but it paid. That's what matters. I ended up ahead $85 on that. And then I was on my way to look at something, and there was a long line, so I turned around and I cut through an area, and I looked down, there's nobody around me, and there's $100 on the floor. So what do? You're in a casino. Everyone lost $100, right? What's it look like? It's $100. So what are you gonna do? So I picked it up, and I sat near that area, and I waited, and nobody came around for about 10 minutes. So I walked away. So I ended up ahead another $100 there. So plus 600 on the blackjack, plus 85 on slots, plus 100 that I found. I picked up a salad, I picked up a yogurt, and I should have some decent stuff to eat throughout the day. It's still pretty early. I didn't really get much time in the first place. So at this point, I'm moving on to the next place, and there should be no blackjack right now. So I'm going to take my time, I'm going to eat, I'm going to relax, and then I'm going to go in, I'm going to look at slots. There's no blackjack open. Just take a walk around, see if I see any new machines or anything notable that I hadn't noticed before. And then I'll go back to the car and decide what to do. But hopefully we can get a little action in there and make some money. So far a little bit anemic today, but what are you going to do? Still thinking things through. I don't think it makes sense not to come to this area because there are other casinos around. I'll be back. Alright guys, I'm back. Man, I need a break. I really do. I really feel like I need a break. So tired of this stuff. Go into here and go straight to the blackjack area. After I talked to a friend of mine, and he was telling me what was going on, sat in the parking lot and talked to him and told him what was going on with me, and just kind of caught up on stuff. And then went in and bought in for $500, and by the time the first shoe was over, I was down $4,000, and it just never got anywhere. I got close to even a couple times, but just could not make it back. Split 2s to 3 hands, split 2s to 4 hands, lose them all. Split 6s repeatedly, lose them all. Split 8s repeatedly, lose them all. Aces, I split to 4 and I won all 4, which is like, I can't remember the last time that happened. I got 3 21s and a 16 or something, 17 maybe. But other than that, it was just horrendous, and just could not stop the bleeding no matter what I did. It's just hard to palate right now. It's just hard to do it. I left there minus 5,000. I played some slots afterward and left ahead 130 on the slots. And I may walk away from blackjack temporarily just to cool down a little bit and to stop stressing, or I need to find a place that has a lot lower limits, $25 limits and stuff, and just take it one step at a time. And I don't know what else to do. It seems like I do all this work, all this time, and then just get knocked down at one time. It wipes out the whole week. But anyway, we're going to continue on. We're not giving up. We're moving on to another casino right now, and not that much opportunity there, but we'll see what happens. I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, I'm back. I don't know what else to do. I'm doing everything the right way. I'm betting the right amounts at the right time, doing the right deviations. This is just ridiculous. I've wiped out like a third of my profit for the year on blackjack, which is so horrendous. And right now my slots are way outpacing my blackjack, and it's not really like that usually. So I'm gonna move on. Gonna pivot a little bit here. I'm going to practice tonight and also in the car while I'm driving, practice, and do the on the Blackjack Apprenticeship app, which I haven't used in a year and a half probably. Just try to figure out if I'm doing something wrong here. I don't know. I don't think so, but just such a huge variance. Anyway, and you know, I hate to say it, but it's only 2 casinos that this is happening at. Everywhere else, it's business as usual. Chipping away, chipping up, making money. Just 2 casinos that seem to, and especially one casino, one of them is okay, the other one is just horrendous, and it's the same one every time. I mean, I used to win 5 out of 6 times. Now I'm winning 1 out of 6 times there. And I mean, it's easy to win 5 out of 6 times when you have a small threshold to win and leave. But the way it's been going, man, I was 1 card away from being ahead. That would have put me ahead like 200 because it was like a $300 double, and lost that, and then just bad. So I'm gonna relax here in the car. Just ate my yogurt, and I'm gonna practice on the app and head off to the next place. I'll be back. Alright guys, I am back, and the free fall continues. This time, slots. I walk in, it's busy, it's hot, it's noisy, it's loud, it's just disgusting. And walking around, I see a friend of mine right away. I don't really feel like talking. I kind of walk the other direction, catch up with him later. I saw five or six friends in there checking machines. And first machine I made about $28 or something like that. And then I moved on to the next one, which is still in the experimental stages, we'll say. And just had a terrible run on it at about $3 a spin. Lost about 480, 460, somewhere in there on that machine. Found some other plays. I even played some stuff that I haven't played in such a long time, just because I had a little extra time. I just don't want to say it, but anyway, I had some free food, so I sat down, I ate, chilled out, walked back around, still nothing, and talked to my friend, and just eventually left. And it's like doing everything I can. I'm thinking about maybe doing something different tomorrow, just because things have been so awful lately, just to take my mind off things. But I'm not really positive. I was thinking maybe some poker, but that's, you know, so slow. Maybe an overnight. I mean, today traditionally has been an overnight Wednesdays, but just the last 3 weeks I haven't done it. Spending more time at home. Sorry about that. Just been spending a lot more time at home with the kids and ball games and stuff like that. So I don't know. I think my biggest thing is I need to calm down and not try to conquer the world all at one time. I do feel like I need to spend more time in casinos, and you know, this couldn't come at a worse time with going to Vegas soon, and you know, needing a lot of money for Vegas. You know, I guess we'll see what happens here, but mentally right now I need to figure things out, flatten out my emotions, I think. But I mean, who wouldn't react that way to losing and losing and losing and losing? Every time I get back to about even and at almost a new high, I'm taking another hit. So right now I think I'm like, I don't know how much, 12 or 11 off my high, and I just lost some today, so probably 17 or 16 1,000 off my all-time high. So it's pretty rough right now, pretty rough. So anyway, I'll be back. All right, guys, still heading home. I got a text message from a friend of mine, and he's traveling to a different city, and so there's some machines he knows are beatable, but he wasn't really sure, so he sent me a picture and asked me if it was a play and if I would play it, and I said, heck yeah, I would play that. I said I would split that with you if you want. He said okay, and it was about $4 a spin. It cost him about $188, he said, to hit it, and he just sent me a picture, a screenshot here. He put 200 in the machine. He was down to about $12 or $17, I guess, and it paid $2,620. So we're splitting $2,620. So that helps brighten my day up a little bit. I really needed that. I was just talking to him just now, and the lady came around to pay him. So he's going to call me back here in just a minute. So that puts me in a little bit better mood. Still heading home. Have to stop and get gas again, and I'll be back with you to update you. All right, guys, I'm back. So I'm at the kids' school, and game is about to start, so I'm going to go ahead and support the kids and hang out with the other families, watch the game, and we'll call it a night. Not sure what I'm doing tomorrow as of right now, but I guess we'll find out real soon. So if you have any questions or comments, my email is mwusa21@gmail.com, mwusa21@gmail.com. See you tomorrow.